Welcome to the Middle-Raged Podcast, where your hosts, Adam and Keith, get a bit cross about stuff that really doesn't matter. Bless them. Oh, and we should probably warn you that things can be a bit sweary at times.
Hello and welcome to this episode 35 of the Middle-Raged Podcast with me, Keith A. Pearson, and my co-host, Adam Eccles. Good something,
yeah. I'm glad you remembered my name at least this time. And
yes.
I completely forgot your name last time, so that was embarrassing.
Easily done.
Yeah. We've only been doing 35 episodes. You think we know how to do it, but I'm getting old. I'm getting middle-aged.
We're all getting old, mate. We're all getting old.
Yeah.
And talking of time, and I said, were we talking about time? We weren't really. We just said good something or other because of the current time difference. But the fucking time difference has changed today.
That's right, yes. Usually we're 5 hours because you're still displaced, geographically displaced. But now it's 4 hours. But that only counts for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah,
and then it goes back again to being weird. Because we're in time travel mode, ladies and gentlemen, the changing of the clocks. And I think we probably say this every year. Why are we fucking still doing this stupid daylight saving stuff? Does anybody at all think this is a good idea? Because I've never spoken to anyone who says, yeah, no, actually it's great. I think it's just a pain in the ass.
The only benefit that I have actually seen is that it gives you an opportunity to dust off your clocks. Because, I mean, nobody's dusting clocks with any regularity, are they?
I suppose not.
So twice a year, you get down your clocks off the wall and it gives you an opportunity to clean them, I suppose.
Well,
but, I mean, you don't need to actually change every fucking thing around that. You could just take your clocks down and dust them. But
yeah, it's a long way to go, isn't it? To make half the world subscribe to some weird time-changing thing just to get your clock.
And why are they doing it at different times? I mean, if the whole world did it at once, I mean, it'd still be unacceptable, but at least we'd have some kind, it's too confusing. We don't need it.
No. I was actually traveling back from the States once on the day when clocks changed. And so there's a time change anyway, because you're flying, was it west to east or the other way around? I can never remember those.
West-east, yeah.
Yeah. Which is the worst. And then there was the clock change thing in the middle of the flight, and just like,
oh my God.
This is the maths is too complicated. Nobody can figure out what fucking time is it. Nobody knows. Doesn't matter.
Imagine the airlines having to deal with all that as well.
Yeah. Trying to write the software to handle that is good.
My God.
Nightmare. Planes probably fall out of the sky at some point.
Y2K all over again.
Yeah. Brutal.
We
all
know how that went.
It went fine, actually.
I know. Surprisingly.
Well, yeah.
Talking of time.
Yes.
I think this is something we're so sloppy that we did not realise that we missed our own first anniversary. Not in a Adam and I way, but in the first anniversary of the actual middle rage. Oh my God, I've got it now. I can't even say the name of the podcast. Whatever you've got is catching.
Yes.
Somehow 4,000 odd miles away, I've managed to catch Adam's inability to say very simple words. And names of things, including the name of our podcast. Yeah. Anyway, so we completely neglected to mention the first anniversary of the Middle Rage Podcast, which was
roughly a year ago.
Yeah, it was, ironically. So we kind of feel that we missed the boat a bit, but we are approaching the second anniversary, which feels less significant, albeit. I mean, it should be more significant, but it's clearly less, right?
When you're married, don't the anniversaries get better or bigger as you go up?
Well, I think, because in the first one, I sent out that paper or something.
Which is ridiculous,
Yeah, I mean, and then it goes up and eventually you get into like precious stones, then you gold and metals, gold, and platinum and ruby.
Cotton. Apparently.
Cotton.
Apparently. What's the 2-year anniversary is? Paper, yeah, first year is paper, second is cotton. Okay.
Okay. So if you'd like to send us anything made of, a t-shirt, maybe socks. Socks.
You know what we should have done is made middle-aged socks for this event. Fuck, missed that boat.
We have talked about merch before, so maybe that's coming down. What's the third? What's the third anniversary? Because we've kind of underplayed. We didn't even realize until this morning that we were actually approaching the second anniversary. That's how little. And some might argue that this is a man thing.
Yeah, I do.
Forgetting anniversaries. So we're kind of just keeping to type, really.
That's right. So third is apparently leather. So you
leather.
Tell where that's going to go.
That's not very.
We'll have some very weird merch next year.
Middle-aged gimp mask.
Yeah.
Is that leather or is that PVC?
You'd want it to breathe, wouldn't you?
Ideally. So something we should just stress on this. We've had a few technical gremlins with Adam's Whizzy podcasting kit. Which means that every now and again, and you can't hear this, thankfully.
Not,
I'll say thankfully, it's a shame people can't, because you do definitely sound like a Dalek. Is it Dalek or Cyberman?
I can do it like this.
I can do it on purpose, but it's when it happens not on purpose. That's what
exactly. No one else can hear this, but I can. I don't think even you can hear it. Can you?
No, I don't. I don't get it. But it's I believe you that it's happening. So
it's either that or I've got tinnitus or something. I don't know. But in any event, so if I suddenly start talking over Adam and appearing very rude, it's because I can't actually understand what he's saying. And rather than me just trying to busk through,
it's fine.
Anyway, we'll try and keep that to a minimum.
Anyway,
this is the lengths we go to try and deliver a polished product.
That's right. Can't polish a turd, as they say.
No, this is very true. Do you know what crossed my mind? We were talking this morning about before we started recording about the etymology of certain what would you call them? Sort of sayings.
Yes.
Because I think this might be an ideal opportunity, because one that I did not know, and when you think about blowing smoke up one's arse.
Yes.
But you actually have some information on that, the actual historical reasoning why that saying came to be.
Yes, indeed. So I'm just curious, and I often ask my robot pal, my robot pal who's fun to be with, to explain why is there a phrase to blow smoke up someone's arse? We all kind of know what that means. It's to tell them how wonderful they are, maybe unnecessarily or whatever. And apparently, this was a real thing that they had, like next to the life belts or whatever on rivers and things. They would have special bellows mechanisms. And apparently in Georgian times, they thought it was a good idea to, if somebody was a drowning victim, right, they pulled them out instead of, it just is so ridiculous. Instead of trying to get the water out of their mouth, for example, with, what do we do now, mouth to mouth? No, they thought, well, what if we blow smoke literally up their asses?
I wonder how long they carried this on before. Do you know what? I don't think this is working. How many people did they actually save?
I mean, to get to the point where they had these bellows stations actually on rivers and things, you think somebody must have thought, yeah, well, this is a thing, right? And maybe it's from the shock of having of smoke rammed up your ass that brings you back to life, and and they thought, well, it must be working.
Or maybe somebody on the committee owned a bellows manufacturing company.
I think that's more likely. Yeah.
I mean, things just don't change. There's politicians with their snouts in the trough, and Brian Smith of the Great London Gallows Company. Gallows, something completely different.
Those two.
Jesus Christ. Bellows Company said, we can't have all these people drowning.
No.
Yeah. I think if we blew actual smoke up their asses, that would save countless lives.
There you go. Just
he was doing good, Brian. 10% discount.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think we should do an episode on a lot of these sayings, because
that's a good idea.
They get used so frequently, and rarely do we ever look at them.
Yes.
And I think that there are some that would be rage-inducing.
Oh, yeah.
On the basis they have no relevance today whatsoever.
There are lots of these. I'm fascinated by etymology and how we come to be saying things that just make no absolute sense whatsoever when you think about it. That's a good idea.
I have found, being in a foreign country as well, many of these do not translate.
Yes.
So you can say blowing smoke up your ass to someone, and I think that's uniquely, I don't know, is it uniquely British or?
No, I think that one might probably translate or is known, at least, because I've only heard it in a US accent, if you know what I mean.
But you can imagine, you've then got to explain that to someone. And if you knew that, so let's say you're in America and you use that phrase, blowing smoke up your ass, and then someone says, well, what does that mean? And then you've got to explain, how weird is that going to sound? Like, what the fuck is wrong with your country?
Yeah, exactly. It is weird.
That was a good
it?
idea.
Yeah.
It's up there with leeches and all the other sort of medical stuff and weird crap that they used to do back in the day.
Yes. There's a lot of ridiculous things that we've done to each other over the centuries.
Not you and I, obviously.
No.
We're talking generally.
God, no.
Well, you have mispronounced my name, but I'm not going to hold that against you. I'm not going to keep bringing it up.
Okay, good.
I'm over it.
Good to know.
Right, we've got a lot to cram in on this episode.
Yes, that's right.
And technical gremlins aside, I think we should start with some very positive news.
So Philippa C, thank you, Philippa, has gone to buymeacoffee.com/middleraged and donated 3 coffees. And she says, only recently discovered this podcast and very glad I did. Love the combination of silliness and annoyance directed at the crapness of life. And actually, there's more, but I can't see.
We used the screen grab and may not cut off. So apologies, Philippa. But thank you very much. I like that, the combination of silliness and annoyance. Yeah.
Yes, that's what we do. There.
Yeah.
Very well observed. Thank you very much. If you want to join the ranks of our benefactors, you can go there to buymeacoffee.com/middleraged, and you can donate some coffees, but you can also sign up for the monthly, or is there an annual plan as well?
I think you can. I think it's 25 quid for the year or something like that, or a couple of quid per month.
Yeah, which is maybe preempting what we're going to talk about later. But this is obviously worthwhile, right? This is an artistic entertainment subscription. Anyway,
I'd like to think, or we'd like to think that there's some value, minimal, but yeah. And you compare it to other stuff. I mean, you get your plenty of bang for your buck.
I think this is much more valuable than, let's say, the TV license
or a coffee.
Yeah,
an actual coffee, which is what, 3-4 quid, I guess.
Yeah, at least. I paid, and this wasn't in an airport, right? So obviously, pinch of salt. But I paid €6. Was it €6? Yeah, €6 for a coffee. But I also got eggs on toast, right? And the eggs on toast was €8. I'm just thinking,
eggs on toast.
Yeah, but is the coffee which is largely just boiling water, mostly, right? That compared with the eggs on toast, the eggs on toast is much more nutritionally valuable, right?
Well, there's the actual product in that, right?
Yeah. It's not just black water. So I think the coffee phenomenon, it's gone out. It's got out of hand.
You know what it is? People think they need coffee, and therefore people. I guess it's like low key caffeine addiction, isn't it? Right? So people would they know that people will pay for whatever the fuck because they need a coffee. But I mean, how many times you woke up in the morning? Like, Jesus Christ, I really need egg on toast.
Well, that happens to me quite a lot, actually.
Okay, there always had to be an exception to the rule. But most people don't leave the house craving.
No,
I mean, you don't see people driving along on their way to work with egg on toast in hand.
That would be messy, but you could have an egg sandwich.
I guess so, and you could toast it.
Yeah, it'd be weird though. Right. But either way,
my point being that I don't. It's not. You're not going to get the same kick, are you?
No.
From your
I suppose not.
Egg on toast, and you don't have egg on toast shops on every high street throughout the land.
That is true. Yeah,
maybe that should be a thing.
Yeah, look at that. There's an opportunity, business opportunity.
We keep coming up with them, don't we?
So why aren't we millionaires? just don't understand.
Yeah, I think we're very much the ideas guys. Yeah. The execution. Yeah. We need somebody just to pick up our incredibly good ideas and run with them.
That's it, definitely.
Maybe Elon, if you're listening, or who's the other rich guy? Jeff. Bill.
Bill. Yeah. Any of those. If you're looking for
we're not fussy.
No.
Political allegiances aside, we don't care. We'll take anyone's dollar, buck. We don't care.
Yeah. Just open. What would you call it? Eggs.
You've paint yourself into a corner now, haven't you? Where you're going to have to come up with a witty name for an egg on toast, a chain of egg on toast stores.
Humpties. No.
Who?
Humpty.
Oh, Humpties. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Was he an actual egg though?
That's probably debatable. No, I think he was an egg.
Together again.
Yeah. Because he fell. Yeah. But it was like they were asking horses to do some of it.
True. Maybe if they had tried the bellows, that might have helped.
There you go.
I guess we'll never know.
Smoked eggs.
Yeah, R.I.P. Humpty.
We've really gone a bit wildly off topic.
Right, so we talk about some of the follow-up from in Catch-Up Corner.
Good. So we've had some mentions on socials. So this was from, I think, last episodes. Start that again. This is from the last episode where we discussed pumpkin spice everything.
Yes.
Because it was just about October. It's still October. In fact, it's much closer to Pumpkin Day. So yeah. But anyway, Sue says, enjoyed the episode. I have owned one of the exercise things you ranted about. Oh, yes. Okay. We were talking about exercise stuff. So wonder which one of those weird was it? Was it the sweatsuit?
Well, it's in the garage, so I think that limits it. So I'm going to guess it wasn't the slender tone because you just shove that in a drawer, wouldn't you? You know, the vibrating belt.
That's right. It must be a big sit-on device in that case.
Do you think it was a yoga ball?
It could be, yeah. Yes, okay.
Let us know, Sue.
We.
But more importantly, I'm hoping that more people have done this.
Oh yes.
So also try putting on a jeans non-dominant leg first.
Yeah.
It was weird.
There you go.
Reports.
I told you. It is weird. It's a wild ride. So if you haven't done that, now's your opportunity. Go and take your pants off and then put them back on again. If obviously not in public. If you're in,
if you're at your desk, don't do this.
Yeah, if you're at work or walking the dog or something, don't do it now. But
on a train,
yeah.
God, now you can imagine trying to do it if you've got trainers on. Have you ever tried to take?
Oh, yeah.
So I have okay, very quick sidebar. When I go to a gym, right, I wear these sort of elasticated things around my knees, right? They're like supports because my knees are fucked.
Okay.
Because I'm old, right?
Yeah.
And I put on my underwear, put on my gym trousers, and then put on my socks and my trainers, right?
Right.
And then I'd forgotten to put on the elasticated knee supports.
Yeah, okay.
So I did think I could remove the rather, should we say, tight-fitting trousers. I mean, you're running in them, okay? So they're not like, you're not going to be running in pantaloons, are you? Or culottes, as a rule. So I did try to remove them without taking my trainers off. And let's just say it did not end well.
No.
It just, honestly, there are times in life where you just have to stop and go, what has my life come to?
You thought it would be quicker, but actually it was 10 times worse.
Yeah. I should have just sucked it up and taken my trainers off. But I tried to remove the trousers over the trainers, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
Very good.
Lessons were learned.
So just rolling back there a second, I think you said you put your trousers and then socks. Is that correct? In the order of...
So the normal process would be socks, knee supports, underwear first. Let's just start there.
Right.
Underwear, because, and then socks, knee supports, trousers, trainers.
That's
right?
okay. Right.
That's the order.
Because putting socks on after your jeans or whatever, that is also a weird...
Yes, that is so true. Because you can't pull them up properly.
No. I can't bend my fucking legs properly. One second.
The downside to that is that you can't be. No one wants to be seen. That's not a good look, is it, for anyone, right?
True.
To be sort of semi-naked with just socks on.
Just socks, yeah. Especially if they're white, then you're really.
I would go the other way and go. If you're wearing dark socks and you're just wearing nothing, it's just that
is a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah.
If you were ever, for those if you're in a relationship and your partner is sort of, making noises about the potential of, some, should we call it, fun adult time together?
Right.
If you really want to douse that, just walk around in a pair of socks, because that's going to kill it stone dead, one would imagine.
Oh, God. Yes. Okay.
Anyway, back to Sue's.
Yes.
Sue, something else that Sue picked up, which I'm going to have to run with because Adam's gone into Dalek mode again. Which is, I don't know if you can hear him swearing. Werther's Original, which I'm going to go. Werther's Original is being the demographic of this particular podcast. There isn't anyone listening to this now who doesn't know what Werther's Originals are. Would you guess?
I would say so, yeah. It brings to mind, the Yellow Pages music. But it's not, is it? It's a different advert, but it's that ilk, I feel like. It's...
They know their market, don't they, Werther's Originals? They know that these are being consumed by primarily pension-age people.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of, what do they call them? Cotton tops, I think is the term.
That's new to me, but okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. You've learned something today. Anyway, the point being is that Werther's Originals, I think they originally had just soft or hard, didn't they? No.
I didn't even know there was soft.
Ironically,
I didn't know there was soft.
Sorry, I should have said that they're hard and chewy. Maybe.
Okay.
They did, like a hard-boiled version.
Yeah.
For the hardcore Werther's fan,
right?
Who like to savor
Suck
that
it.
buttery goodness for best part of 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or there was the chewy version for those that still had their own teeth.
Right. Yeah. But so that would be your demographic, wouldn't it? Is that you don't want the toffees, the toffee pennies that in the roses or whatever.
Yeah.
Those suckers pull out your fillings, don't they? So,
They literally pull out your actual teeth.
Yeah.
Awful things.
Yeah.
Awful.
So you wouldn't want to be selling those to the over 65s, would you?
Or anyone, one might argue. But anyway, so Werther's have evolved, and they have actually created a pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Oh, they're calling it soft caramel.
Soft caramel. So this is a sucky, a chewy one, isn't it? Then
a chewy one. Yeah.
Pumpkin spice. You see, I don't think there's place for this pumpkin spice in your Werther's original, because it's gone from being a sort of butter. What's it called? Butter or something?
Buttery.
Yeah, buttery toffee, which is it's got its own appeal. But now, no.
Basically, all they've done is they've put a bit of fucking cinnamon in it. Right. This is we know that's all that's happened. That's all that's happened here. Yeah. Or maybe a little bit of nutmeg, maybe.
Right. Yeah.
But that's all they've done. But I would say, I mean, I can kind of think, well, it's a sweet, isn't it? So it's confectionery, chucking a bit of cinnamon. But I think you're going to talk about something that Gabe has sent to us, which is, I find, deeply offensive.
Yeah. Now, so Gabe Sasso, a long-time listener, and probably been roasted sometimes as well, but. Gabe, I hope Gabe didn't buy this product, right? So we have, this is in New York, I believe.
That neck of the woods, yeah.
So what Gabe spotted is pumpkin spice flavored. So that means it's not real, just whatever flavoring. But it's thick cut bacon.
Unbelievable.
That is so bacon, as in pork with salt, right? Bacon. Yeah. Where are we putting the pumpkin spice here?
One assumes they just sprinkle the cinnamon nutmeg mix on it,
I suppose, or marinate it or something. But Jesus Christ, I mean, talk about.
I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess, right, that if you polled 100 vegetarians and said, what's the one thing you miss most about being a vegetarian, which I would say the bacon sandwich.
100%, yeah.
Got to be pretty high, hasn't it? Soft white bread, thick with butter, crispy back bacon.
Oh, yeah.
That's red or brown sauce, depending on your
time of day.
Yeah, I mean that needs nothing, does it? I mean, it's
tea,
just
builder's tea,
big mug of tea. Yeah. I mean, does it get any better?
No, it literally doesn't.
So why
ruin
you
it,
destroy it? Yeah. I mean, it's
disgusting. I mean, this has to stop.
Listen. I'm currently in the United States, and I would like to leave without being interfered with by the customs people, what I call border control,
right? Okay, yeah.
On my exit, and arrested for
smuggling bacon
crime. Well, so I'm gonna try and pare back what I think about this, because listen, all I'm gonna say is only in America.
Yeah. No, definitely. Well, let's prove that. Has anyone seen pumpkin spice bacon in the UK? And if you have, we need to know about it. And call the police.
I think it is a hate crime. I mean, I think if it did exist in the UK, there would be petitions. There would be, demonstrations. People would take to the streets and No one. I mean, it's the bacon sandwich. It's a British institution. No. And nobody should be dicking around with that.
No, you can't. I can't imagine cinnamon bacon, which is because it means it's got cinnamon sticks on the actual picture, right? So they've whacked some cinnamon in there. That is just highly offensive.
I think we do have, is it maple cured bacon, which also has got a slightly sweet tang to it.
Yes.
But that, again, just, who wants sweet bacon?
Well, that I know is a thing from my extravaganzas in the US, is that they do pour maple syrup like onto your bacon, or at least you might have pancakes with maple syrup, and on the same plate is eggs and bacon. Which
the filthy bastards.
Yeah. Those are two different things in my, pudding is after main course, right? Not on the same plate.
Unless it's black pudding.
Ah, yeah.
Or Yorkshire pudding.
There you go. Dessert, I should say. Not.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, those are all quite offensive. I mean, pumpkin spice Werther's, fair enough. You can just about get over that. But pumpkin spice bacon, no. We're going to reject that. But there's tons of it there, so people must be buying it.
Well, there's tons of it there because no one's buying it. If that was an empty shelf, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's
who knows?
$5 by the looks of things.
How many rashes are in there? That seems cheap for America.
no bugger wants to buy it.
Yeah, could be. It's been discounted, I think, actually, from $6.65 plus tax. So that's probably $7, I guess, originally.
Okay.
No one was buying it, so
yeah, it looks like there's maybe 5, 6, 8 slices in there.
Yeah, it's still relatively inexpensive by American standards. Yeah. Anyway, let's not dwell too much on that abomination. Should we talk about reviews very briefly?
Right. Yeah. So, as you listeners know, you can go to your podcast app player thingy. Oh no! Actually, having done some research into this now, I actually believe it's only Apple Podcasts where you can do this. So everybody should go and get an iPhone or a Mac or an iPad or whatever.
Or you can just listen to Apple Podcasts on your PC or phone.
Oh, can you? All right,
via the browser.
There you go. All right, we'll do that then. But that's the only. Apparently, that's the only place you can leave a written review. You can put stars on Spotify or whatever.
And we do like stars.
Yeah, but you can't actually leave a written review. So on that note, and because it's hard to get these reviews from our point of view, which is ridiculous, right? But anyway, long story short, I made an app to go and poll all of the reviews. So now I can see.
Of course you did.
Yeah. I can see all of the reviews from all the countries where we have had downloads, and that's a lot more than we've got. But anyway, so we've got we got 3 actually new ones since the last episode, and that was the our sub story. I think got you going.
That worked clearly.
So we'll probably do that again. If the reviews are what make the world go round these days. And this is your free way to show your appreciation. Doesn't cost a penny. Just go and type for a minute. So, The Truth About Life from Adrian L. So good I had to borrow an iPhone to rate and review it. There you go. That's the spirit. If you don't want to buy one, just go and borrow one. Leave a review and give it back. Does what it says on the tin. 2 middle-aged guys discussing life as it really is and pointing out the absurdities and stupidities that are all around us. Keep raging. Very, very good. Thank you, Adrian.
Excellent. I like that one very much. Next one is from PHC London. I wonder what PHC stands for. Anyway, I only just found this podcast, but love the silliness and carping about the irritations of life, like sitting down with a mate and having a good old reminisce and a moan. And that's a very good thing.
There you go.
Well, thank you very much, PHC London. And we like to think, being very selfish this morning. It's like, that's kind of
the plan,
what we're aiming for.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. And one more from Maguire 1012. If you're looking for a couple of middle-aged men ranting about the complexities of life, and, who isn't, right? Look no further. With their quick wit and funny banter, middle-aged episodes will align with the latest gadgets and gripes that have your knickers in a wad. Yes. Indeed. My knickers...
I don't think we can add to that, really, can we?
My knickers are often in a wad after recording.
They sometimes get when you're doing laundry, they get in a wad, don't they? Get entangled with like a fitted sheet or a duvet cover.
Yeah. Pillowcase full of knickers.
Yeah, you ever done that? You pull it out the dryer and then you take all your stuff to wherever you decant it, and then you find that there's a wet sock.
Oh yeah.
In amongst the duvet cover or something. What do you do with that then? I mean, you actually taking that single sock back to the dryer?
No.
Because that's costing you about 30 quid every time you turn it on, just to dry a single sock. I have used a hairdryer in the past.
I would just...
I mean, it's okay. It's okay during the winter because you can just pop it on a radiator.
Yeah, that's what I was
what are you doing, when you haven't got the radiators on?
There is a washing line thing outside you can use.
I know, but let's say, for example, you're doing that in October this month, right? I mean, that's not getting particularly... That's going to take 2 days to dry.
It's going to be rained on for the bulk of the month.
So you've got basically one wet sock and no obvious way of drying it unless you wait until you do a next load of washing.
No.
By which time it's starting to smell a bit funky.
Yeah. That is the bane of our modern life, isn't it?
And then you forget when you've got that sock back and it's dry, you've then forgotten what you've done with the other one.
Yeah. There's no special place you put partially paired socks, is there, in your house? There's not a room for a special...
I feel I've gone off on a overcomplicated tangent with this.
Possibly. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, you can, to recap, you can go to your podcast player, as long as it's an Apple one, and leave us a review, which helps us to, propagate and be visible. So,
well, do you know what? An interesting little... Well, it's probably not very interesting at all, and probably people are like, just shut the fuck up and get on with the topic. But I've done some delving this week, and one thing I have noticed, trying to get any podcast, if you're thinking of starting one, if you've got one or whatever, trying to get some sort of traction with a podcast, you want your podcast to pop up when people search for things. So, for example, if it was like middle-aged humour as a search phrase, you want yours to appear. And part of the algorithm that these companies use to populate search results is things like reviews and ratings and listenings and all that kind of subscribers and all that sort of stuff. So essentially every little bit that we get helps. And
that's right.
And there will come a point. I wonder if there will come a point. I'd like to think so, where we don't have to fucking nag people and whine about it all the time, because frankly, it's boring for us as well as it is for you guys. So So if you can just get us up to 100,000 downloads per episode, we will stop whining. Okay,
there's a pledge. There's a pledge.
There we go.
Yeah, right. So just pause the pod and go and do that now. And then come back when you've done it and show us your work. And remember that I'm checking now because I've got an app that I just press a button and it goes and does it, right? So,
indeed. And we have to say thank you very much to all the people who had to anonymously post just a rating. So, I mean, that is equally
those are good as well.
Beneficial and appreciated.
We don't see the numbers of those, but yes, it's all appreciated.
It's all going on behind the scenes. Right, should we stop whining and crack on with this episode's bone of contention? So, we are going to be talking about this... We have found ourselves, and this was all triggered. Maybe we should just talk about very quickly what triggered this in your particular instance.
Yes.
And that how we've kind of broadened out from there, because I think you went to go and purchase a particular piece of software, did you not?
I did indeed, right. So people may or may not know that we do our own covers, right? Book covers, right? By the way, we write books. And we do...
Occasionally.
Yeah, and we both kind of have a similar background in design and web design and graphics, basically. And what that means is that on and off over the last, 30 years, we've been messing around with Photoshop and Illustrator and all of that stuff. On, your various levels of professionalness over those years and messing around. But I actually just like messing around with graphics. It's one of my weird things. And so, so I kind of decided I'll have to just go for it. And I tried the alternatives that aren't on a subscription, and vector graphics, right? Vector graphics are, not to get too technical, but they are...
But you're going to.
Yeah. Well, let's just say that they're infinitely scalable and always clean lines, right? Because it's more like line art, but it's not pixels. It's lines that are defined by code. Anyway, I just wanted to have a play around and get back into vector graphics. And long story short is the only real way to do this was to just pay fucking Adobe for Illustrator. But you can't just buy it. You can't just buy the app and be done with it. It's impossible now.
When you say app, and this is something else I've noticed, just going off on a very slight tangent, is everything is now an app when we used to just call it a program or software, right?
True,
Everything's now a fucking app.
Yeah. And it spans across platforms, and there's even a version of Illustrator on the iPad as well, which is hard to believe, but yeah, there is. So yeah, that's another thing. That's...
So what you're saying, in essence, and I should confess it, I bought Illustrator probably in about 2009, 10, something around that time, and I actually bought it.
Right.
And it's so out of date, but it does what I need it to do. But I own that, and I refuse, and it probably lacks half of the features that the actual current one does. But I refuse to pay a fucking subscription every single month for software that I've already purchased.
I know. It is really quite what's the word? Distasteful. It tastes bad in my mouth when I open the app knowing that it costs 26.
Well, this is the crux. And so we've kind of then started expanding from here to the point where we now realize we live in a society where we own nothing and we just pay for stuff forever. I mean, it's literally pay for this thing until the day you die, shuffle off. Yeah, it is. You are no longer buying something.
Yeah. And
we've actually gone down the route of not realizing how much of this has kind of just infiltrated our lives.
Yes.
This sort of, how many companies have just picked up this model and run with it with stuff that we used to just, it's like every time you buy something, even if it's a physical, tangible product, companies now think, how else can we squeeze money out of this customer forever?
Yeah.
And so this became like the sort of genesis of the idea, and the fact that we're going to go through, because there were so many, we had to actually break them down into various categories. Otherwise, we'd be talking for several days.
Yeah.
And I think most people will look at this and go, "Oh yeah, it's like that cold realization." Didn't you do a little analysis of how much you were spending on various subscriptions?
I did. So I mean, I've been thinking I should do this for a while, but then when you actually do it, it becomes quite scary, right? So I made a list of all of the subscriptions that I currently have for all sorts of different, and all of these things were non-tangible, not household things, not like the bins or the broadband even, or my mobile phone. That's all out of this picture. But just things that software and services that you can't touch.
Yeah.
Right. And it I'm scared to even it's nearly €200 a month. And
Ouch.
I'm just like, fuck, why? Holy God. And then, of course, the immediate thing is, well, what can I get rid of? And because I kind of have a online life and business, I can't really get rid of any of it. Which, unless
I wonder, along with people putting their trousers on with their non-dominant leg first, if we could encourage people to actually do a similar spreadsheet and just analyze. I think a lot of people would be horrified, and not just by the stuff that they know they're paying for. How many people have these little things that they kind of, these $2.99 apps is another one that people will just sign up $2.99 a month and they don't notice it.
Yeah.
Or they're paying for a streaming service that they no longer watch, or the kids set up or whatever. And I think if anyone actually went through their bank statement and looked at this and then did a spreadsheet a la Adam, and I think there would be some very horrified listeners.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't pay for I don't have any streaming TV aside from what comes with Prime and the Apple plan, right? I don't watch TV, so I don't have.
Are there any specialist streaming services that you subscribe to that may account for those €200 a month?
Well, I don't think so. No. Nothing dodgy. So, but
womenwearingsocks.com
or not socks, no socks. There's people who are. Oh, I probably shouldn't go there. Okay. No,
should we? You were thinking about it then, weren't you? And I could hear the cogs whirring and thinking, I know where he's going with this. Probably some of the listeners know where he's going with it. Doesn't mean that he should go there.
No, let's not go there. Okay. So, no, anyway, yeah. So 200, like nearly 200 quid a month, which is, it's just absolutely ridiculous. But I'm counting like web domains and websites and Adobe stuff, and that's the bulk of it, to be honest. But anyway,
So what we should do then, or what we have done, okay, so is we've broken these down into various categories, and we're just going to go through them one by one. I think some of these will resonate with people, and the crux of it all is that it was a time when we used to go to a shop, buy something, and that was ours. And you could enjoy it for the rest of your life without paying another penny towards whoever produced that thing.
That's right.
Those days seem to be, almost over. Dwindling, and that's really the core of our ire, is the fact we're having to pay for shit over and over and over again. When, that was never the way. So slightly nostalgic, rose-tinted glasses, look back at how stuff was. So you're going to kick us off with our first category.
So first category, entertainment. By that we mean music, TV, films and games. We used to buy these things. We used to buy vinyl, cassettes and CDs, and you can't take that away, right? That's, unless you melt it in a fire or something, you now have that music, which you can play as much as you like, and also give it to somebody. That's the key, right? You used to be able to buy a CD or whatever and give that as a gift. You can't actually do that now, can you?
That's another thing I've noticed, actually. I mean, it just kind of sucks. Who's giving... I noticed I was looking for an Amazon voucher earlier this year in a supermarket, and I was amazed how many vouchers were available for stuff that isn't... Netflix is a good example. Like, you're giving somebody 6 months or 12 months. Well, what you're doing is you're signing them in. Once they sign up and they use their voucher, then they've got to carry on paying for it.
Giving them a free hit of heroin, isn't it?
Exactly. That's just what it's like. It's not. You're not giving them something. It's So, but that kind of just ties into the whole thing. So years ago, you would have bought, I don't know, a DVD box set or a double CD.
And that would be Christmas sorted.
Yeah.
But now, no, you can't. So yeah, so you flick through the bargain racks at our price, Woolies. But now you can't. You have to rent it, and I believe that if you delve into the legal garbage, right, that surrounds all of the streaming music and streaming Netflix, now you don't own that stuff. You're literally just renting it for the time you pay for it. It's like try cancel your Netflix and then go back and watch it. You can't. It's
gone.
Yeah, it's all gone.
Do you know the other thing that I think is, and this is the bit that maybe once again is the nostalgic sort of lens, is the joy of actually going into stores and, particularly with music. Actually, no, more so I think back in the day. Do you remember going to little shops where you would buy computer games?
Yes.
And you back in the day, they used to have, and I remember this distinctly. There was a section of like discount games. They were like cheap, like $1.99, $2.99, something like that. And it was a bit hit and miss, granted.
Yeah.
This was stuff that was written in BASIC. But I used to love doing that. And you would get your cassette and then you would, go home on the bus and you couldn't wait to get back and
you read the manual while you're on the bus. Yeah.
Yes. Or the cover stuff, you used to unwrap it and it used to fold over and over and over. And there was a joy in that. But now, who's getting that same buzz over downloading a game over the internet?
Yeah. There's games that are like, this isn't even unusual. They're like 80, 100 gigabytes. And
I thought you were going to say quid then. And I was going, yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that too. But like, unless you've got really good broadband, which, some people still don't and can't. And, so it might take 7 hours to download your game. Fucking ridiculous.
This is true. This really came to the fore for me. So I was at my brother's place a couple of months ago, and he has an Xbox, but it's only the streamy one, right?
Right.
So there's no disc tray,
right?
And I think they're kind of trying to phase them out.
Yeah.
But we wanted to play FIFA. I think it's called something else. If you're not conversant with this, it's the most popular sort of football game.
Yes.
I play on consoles, and really we don't care about whether the strips and the players are the latest, if they're all up to date. So I thought back in the day, you used to be able to go into somewhere like Game or CX or one of these stores, and you could buy like a used copy of these particular games, and they were a fraction of the cost of the latest one. So if you bought a happy to play one that was a couple of years old, it was maybe 15 quid or something.
Yeah.
That's gone, right? All of that is gone now. And online, the bastards now remove all previous incarnations of that particular game or any game. So you can't go, well, I can't afford, I think it was 70 or 80 quid for the latest FIFA game. I mean, that is insane in itself. But the fact you can't go and buy, I don't know,
last year's
a version from sort of 2 years ago or something for 30 quid, it's...
Christ.
That... They make if you want to play that game, whereas back in the day you'd have that game and you could play it forever. And I think this is the thing. A lot of games, they're over designed, and it's the actual gameplay which is the bit that makes it entertaining, right?
Yeah.
It's why there's such market for sort of retro gaming.
Yes.
I mean, if you go and play Space Invaders now, I mean, you're not playing that for the graphics or the sound. Well, the sound maybe, but you're playing that because it has a certain charm to it. And that's having something that costs 70, 80 quid is ridiculous. And that then you're going to have to pay for upgrades going forward.
Yeah. That doesn't end there. Yeah. And so Xbox has its own subscription as well. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, that was like €14 or something a month. I had that for a while, but the kids weren't just not using it, so I cancelled it. But yeah, all of those games then gone.
They're gone. Yeah.
It's brutal, isn't it? So there's an example here, right? So Spotify Premium costs $10.99 a month. £659 over 5 years. This is how they get you, right? That everything seems like it's only 11 quid a month. That's not too bad. But then you think about, well, but before these music streaming, right? I would regularly go to music. I think I had about 1,000 CDs at one point, maybe more actually. So yeah, music is big, right? But I'd probably only buy one or two a month, and actually, which is cheaper? I don't know, because CDs got to be about 15 or 16 quid at some point, didn't they?
But the difference is that you would buy your CD and you'd probably rip it onto
100%.
onto your computer or something,
yes.
Then you would go and sell that CD at a car boot sale or whatever.
Oh well, I didn't do that, but yeah.
If you go to a car boot sale, I can't remember the last time I went to one, but what's the going rate for a CD now? Quid?
Oh yeah, at least. Yeah. I mean, nobody's gonna. Yeah.
You could buy 659 CDs for the cost of your 5 years membership of Spotify, and you would own that music.
That's true. That is true.
And I wonder if you could. I mean, there's nothing to stop you putting that on, which we'll come on to probably. Actually, I was going to say there's nothing stopping you putting that on some sort of cloud service, but which you then have to fucking pay for. But you could. There's if you just put that on a drive at home.
Yeah, and I did a lot of that through the 2000s. I did a huge amount of that.
And the quality will be better as well.
I suppose. It's these days everything is lossless, but well, for me.
Not anyway. On Spotify, it's not.
I don't. Yeah. I have a different rant about Spotify, but I'll leave that for another time.
Okay.
Anywho, okay. Well, then we should move on. We kind of have moved on to software, right? So... but yeah, we mentioned this a bit ago, is that you used to go either to a shop or you used to go to a shop, right, and buy a cardboard box that had a piece of, a CD or a disc, but it also had like a manual in there, and sometimes the user manual for software was like a thick book.
It was really literally a book, wasn't it? Yeah. It was probably, 80 to 90,000 words.
Yeah. And sometimes with color, right? So a really solid tome in your actual box. And that was part of the charm as well, I think, is...
Nobody read it.
No, of course not. Why would you?
Actually, do you remember when the software used to come, it used to get like 6 discs, floppies, rather than... an actual, before DVD, CD-ROMs.
Yeah.
You would actually, and you have to go through these things, installing one after another. It's like disc 1 of 6.
Yeah.
God.
Just for a game. I think I had one with 10 or 11 or something at one point.
God.
It's ridiculous, right? But yeah, you owned those discs and you could do what you needed to with them. And now, nothing comes on physical media at all. And the Adobe Creative Cloud plan, that's 16. But in fact, I suppose without in graphic design, because you'd be a bit weird with InDesign. But even so, right? Over 5 years, that comes to £3,599 pounds. And you can buy a car for that.
That is insane, and that's just 5 years. So if you think, right, if you have a job that involves you where you need this, and the thing is, if you don't have to be a graphic designer. I mean, Adam and I are good examples of this, right? We're not graphic designers, but we need this software to do the stuff for the podcast or our books or whatever. So we need the software.
Yeah.
And so you've got no choice but to pay it. And the way they do it is that it's so much cheaper to buy the whole package than it is, because you might use Photoshop, once in a while, or one of the other products in the suite.
Yeah.
But if you just want like Illustrator, it's that 30 odd quid a month, right?
Yep. 28.63 or something ridiculous, some weird figure because it's in euro, right? But for me at least. But yeah, it's a chunk. But what else am I going to do?
But if you take that £3,599, that's 5 years. If you're doing this for, 10, 15 plus years, you're
career,
into 5-figure digits, right?
Yeah.
You're 10,000, you've handed over more than £10,000 to Adobe.
Jeez. Wow. They really know what they're doing, don't they?
I mean, I haven't. I'm still using software that's. I'm trying to put it into comparison, right? Because so people can understand this. What was the really bad Windows one? Was it Vista or was it XP?
Vista.
I can't remember. Vista, right?
Yeah.
It's essentially me. Imagine using Windows Vista. That's essentially what. The version of Illustrator that I have is.
This is how tight Keith is.
I just refuse. I mean, it's just principally because it does. Listen, it doesn't have all the advanced features, but on a day-to-day basis, 90% of 95% of what you're doing is the same stuff, right? So that's no different. It does the basic job. A bit like a car, really, in some respects, isn't it? If you just want a car to get you from A to B, you could spend, £1,000. 1,500 quid.
I suppose so.
But if you want a car to get you from A to B, comfortably, that doesn't break down, that has, Bluetooth and, sat nav and all the other bells and whistles, then that's going to cost you a bit more. But if I just want something to do that, and I've paid for it, I already bought it. That is really what stings the most, isn't it? Is that you bought it and you thought you had it. And now they're like, well, yeah, but how about you give us more money every month? And there's no, you're upgrading from, right? I mean, it's no, that's irrelevant. The fact that you have bought it is of no bearing to Adobe. And it's not just Adobe. I mean, Microsoft, all of the Office suite now you have to pay for.
Yep.
They used to come pre-packed on a PC, right?
Yeah, I mean, you'd pay. Yeah, you'd sort of paid for it as part of the deal, but Microsoft get their chunk. Don't worry, right? But yes.
But when a computer is, I mean, going back 15 years maybe, but when a computer was delivered, it would have, because it had an operating system designed on Windows, it would already automatically have Excel. What was that really shitty email they used to do? Is it Outlook? Outlook Express, I think it was. Yeah.
Think so.
Awful. But anyway, it was all part. It was there, right? And that was yours, right? So as long as you owned that computer, you had Word and Excel and PowerPoint and the other ones that no one ever used.
Yeah, all that about. Yeah. On that note, OneNote actually is a very good note-taking app. Anyway. But
and you know what? Just sorry, I have to complete this round. Right, what pisses me off even more is now you have to pay for it every month, and that you don't get the fucking paperclip.
You know,
no,
you get
that little cheeky paperclip character that used to pop up.
Yes, it looks like you're writing a suicide note. Would you like me to help? Right. Clippy, yes.
Clippy, that was it.
Clippy has turned into ChatGPT or Copilot. That's what happened is Clippy grew up and turned into Copilot.
Bring back Clippy. We all preferred it. And at least you felt you were getting something extra, right? And rather than this sort of bland corporate, product that siphoned money out your bank account.
Yeah.
At least they did it with a bit of humour.
I suppose.
Sorry.
Yes. Anyway. But this is it. The other thing here to note is that a lot of these things you can pay for monthly or annually, but then there's this massive uplift on the monthly, right? So if you pay for a year, you get a significant discount. But it's contrary to what it should be, right? If you can spunk out 300 quid in a go for some software, you're killing the people who can't actually just hand over that.
I hate the way they package that as a discount, because it's not. What they actually mean is our product costs X. If you can't afford to pay X, you can pay for it monthly. But we're going to whack on a massive surcharge of if that was imagine if that was actual interest, no one would touch that with a barge pole, would they? No one's going to look at it and go, oh, this product is £300, like a tangible product.
Yeah.
But if you pay for it on interest, you're going to be paying 450.
Yeah.
That would be
That's
outrageous.
disgusting. Yeah. That's
But
like
because they package it
Argos.
as they package it as a discount. So therefore it's, well, that seems acceptable.
Yeah. No, that is a mean element of this stuff. I mean, I try and do buy the annual thing if I can, but it is sometimes just like, that is a lot of money to fork out right now just because I want to, I don't know, do some graphics. It's
well, top tip is we're coming up for that time of year, aren't we? With Black Friday, probably about a month away, I think. And that's the time to buy like these sort of lifetime licenses.
Yes.
Where you get it on a discount and you pay for it, and I say it's yours. It's not yours, clearly,
No, it's
but
not really,
you're not having to pay these bloody monthly subscriptions. But it's only when you look at these things. We both use, or I don't actually, but we both used to use something called Grammarly, which is an online spell checker sort of grammar tool, right?
Yeah.
And it's pretty good. I mean, it's not infallible, but it still makes mistakes. But it would literally just show you up mistakes in your writing as you went, which is kind of handy. And one click you can replace a word, and it works with different types of software, so it's quite good.
Yeah.
But looking at it yesterday, they do a deal where if you pay for it annually, it's 60 quid, so £5 a month. But it was 150 quid?
Yeah. Just for the monthly equivalent,
yeah,
just
£12.50.
Ridiculous. Like, where do you come up with that? Like, how is that? I mean, I suppose it's aimed at somebody who's just going to get 1 or 2 months a year. But I mean, if you're writing, then you're going to be doing that all year, right? But, I
mean, if you're using it casually, just for things like, you write email. I mean, most people write, a number of emails, and it works in browsers as well. So if you're writing a post on Facebook or X or whatever, it works there as well. And I think everyone could benefit from doing a bit of spell checking on socials.
100%.
And we ranted about that before. So
see episode 1.
Yeah, exactly. So it could be that people would be happy to pay for it on a monthly rolling basis, but not 150 quid a year.
Not double the price. That's just disgusting. Yeah.
So should we move on to what have we got next on the list?
Cars. So
not the Gary Newman version.
Right. So I do lease my car now. Have done for roughly 4 years. Before that, I owned a car for 12 years. And once I'd paid it off, that was it. It was mine. That was actually see, this is the thing. I think I had a 5-year, what do you call it? What's the thing?
Finance.
Whatever So, and then, but that final payment is a wonderful event, isn't it? It's like, finally,
I'm now more debt free on I own my car.
Yeah. That was wonderful, but actually, I don't have that anymore because I'm on the lease system now. So every 3 years they take it back and get a different one. So it's that there's no end to it until I.
I think this is overtaken. I mean, I don't know. We probably should have done some research on this, but I'm sure there are people listening who know way more about the automobile industry than we do. But I would guess that these personal lease plans are now the most common way that people get into a car.
Yeah, probably because it's the sort of cheapest entry.
On a month. Is it though? It's not. It's cheap. It's the most affordable way of getting into a car that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to afford.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. They had to get creative. Like, car prices have went absolutely mad, and so I guess they had to get creative about how they relieve people of money for them. So this is what's happened, and it's you kind of. Okay, the lease of the actual car, fair enough, right? But what I think BMW went, and this is not, they're not going to be able to sue us because this actually happened. they decided a couple of years ago that people would buy their car and it would have heated seats. But they're like, how can we absolutely screw BMW drivers? I mean, whatever. But they thought, well, let's have a heated seat subscription. So for $18 a month, you were allowed to turn on the heated seats that were already in your car. If you didn't pay them, you couldn't have a warm ass.
So if you're paying what, 500 quid a year?
Yeah, that's just now. So since they did this, right? In fairness, there was a massive backlash. Everyone was like, "Are you taking the fucking piss?" And it turns out that they were, and they've gone back on this, right? So, but the heated seats that you thought were in your car, let's say you actually bought the BMW outright, you didn't have a lease and you just bought it, they still wanted $18 a month to just warm your ass up.
Wow.
I mean, in the summer you're not even going to want, so I suppose you could turn it off in the summer, but just,
well, they would set that up, wouldn't they? So it'd be like, oh, it's so much for the whole year.
Yeah.
Or X, and who's going to be going in and postponing their payments?
Yeah, right. To remember to do that. Now, that was just absolute. This was probably the most ridiculous thing that I've heard in the subscription world of just basically, how can we screw you? There's no other. It's like the Ticketmaster of cars. This was just like, how are we going to absolutely just ride you for nothing? That was disgusting, right? So no, you still have things like, your GPS and all of that stuff. Maybe your ongoing data connection, you still have to pay for that. But I think, like, if the physical, like, imagine if you didn't have the wheels. Like, oh well, if you want to move on wheels, that's less than 20 quid a month. You want 4 of them? Well, that's 80 quid a month.
I'm surprised that someone hasn't come up with like tires as a subscription service.
That's a good point. Yeah. Because tires are expensive now as well. Don't give them ideas, fucking hell.
But there will become all. I suppose. I mean, servicing and all that sort of, your antifreeze and oil and all that type of jazz. They must. I'm sure. I can't believe they haven't actually come out. Excuse me if my sound's sounding a bit weird. I'm trying to multitask because for some reason my laptop battery has gone from 80% down to 5.
Oh shit!
In about 3 seconds. So I'm now going to have to do some on the fly. This. Okay. Now we have power. All right, that's good. Now, the only downside to this is that I have had to remove a dongle for my mouse. So I cannot actually move the screen anymore, which is good because it happens to be the mouse and the keyboard.
Excellent.
Brilliant.
Excellent.
Right. Well, we can work through this.
Okay. Better hurry up then. Okay.
Well, I'm plugged up. I'm juiced up now, so I'm back on live power. So, Jesus, we should have thought about this morning, right? When we were talking, we started having our little gremlins. That there was we were cursed. Yes. And I'm now sitting here thinking, I wonder what's burned through my battery at such a rate, and it's probably because I haven't paid for some fucking service from Dell. Some sort of battery limitations software that is $2.99 a month or something.
You want your laptop to work? Oh well.
Yeah,
give us money.
Well, you're going to be paying for that one. So this, where were we?
BMWs. So they really want to fuck you up with all those stupid payments. I mean, that is just ridiculous, right? But yeah, look, I mean, we've done some calculations here on.
This was a lease deal, wasn't it? Yeah.
Right. So an Audi S3 on the road price $41,280. Lease terms 4 years, deposit of about $4,000, monthly payment of $662. So yeah, total cost of it. Yes. So over 4 years, $36,000, and you don't actually own the car. That is the kicker. That's the shit I'm in, actually.
So what, at the end of that lease, you just hand the car back?
Yes. And
That's
and I get another one because I continue to pay them, obviously. So, but yeah, if I just hand it back and walk away, all the money I've paid them is just gone. And I can walk away with nothing, but they also walk away with a car that's still worth whatever. So, yeah, it's a bit of a God, depressing when you think about it.
That is possibly the greatest scam, really, right? That right there, because the other thing is you also don't realise is you're paying 20% VAT on that as well. You're not because you're in Ireland, but
23% here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Well, the VRT is different, I suppose. So I'm not really sure what that. Yeah, but
well, I think I'm right in saying this. That if you go and buy a used car in the UK from a private individual, there's no VAT.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if it's the same if you buy it from a dealership, a used car. So I would rather go and buy a car that's a year old from from a private seller, no VAT. You can probably haggle a slightly better deal, and you still got most of these manufacturers now have 3, 4, 5, 6 year warranties.
That's true.
So it's fairly low risk. And then if you stuck that on, if this is sounding like financial advice, please don't take it. We are not accountants or financial advisors.
No.
But I've always taken the view, just because borrowing money has been relatively cheap over the last so many years.
Right.
So you could go and get a car loan or just a personal loan, and it worked out so much cheaper.
True.
To buy a year-old, even a 2-year-old car, and just do it. Pay with a loan, and if you ever got into trouble financially, you could sell it, pay off the loan.
Yeah, that is true.
You don't have that luxury, do you? With your lease, do you? What? So if you stop paying, will they send some men round?
Yeah. I expect so. The car will be gone, yeah. And because my car is super, it's an iPad with wheels, right? They'll probably just turn it off. I don't know. Actually,
and you've got a very expensive ornament on your driveway.
Yeah, 2-ton lump of metal that doesn't work, yeah. But I've never tried that, but I imagine that won't be far away if it's...
So when it comes to your sort of budgeting on a month-to-month basis, I mean, that's up there with like your rent stroke mortgage.
Yeah,
it's like, if I don't pay this...
yeah, absolutely fucked. Yeah. Yes.
Now, I would struggle with that because I don't use a car a lot. And this is another reason why I would never enter one of these leases. Because if I looked at that, I don't know how much is an average lease, 300, 350, something of that magnitude.
I'll choose not to comment on that.
Well, let's assume if I worked that out, it would cost me £2 a mile based on my average monthly mileage. Just literally for, that's getting an insurance and everything, road
wheels
tax,
and whatnot,
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, that's why. So I still maintain, and I tell my kids this, that, the way to buy a car is, buy something that's a year or two old, still got warranty on it, and just get a personal loan.
Yeah, you're probably right. But my thing here is that I live in the middle of nowhere, right? So I can't do anything at all without a car, because it's too far to do anything else, right? So I have to have a car, I have to have a reliable one. And to be honest, I spent 25 years having cars that were shit. Really shit.
Most cars these days, if you went out and you spent 10 grand, for the sake of argument, actually, if you look at the way that electric cars depreciate, you could probably get a fairly decent electric car.
Probably could,
I think you can probably buy a Tesla, probably a high mileage one that's done, 80, 90,000 miles. But I'd suspect you can probably get is it a Model 3?
Model 3, yeah. No,
I reckon you could probably get one of those for about 10 grand.
Yeah. And actually, that would be a very safe buy, right? Because the wonderful thing about electric cars is there's not much stuff in there to go wrong.
Yeah.
And
fewer oily bits.
Yeah, exactly. There's no engine, there's no clutch. All of that stuff is irrelevant, right? So, and those are all the things that break and Yeah. No, you're right. That is probably a good idea.
There we go. But you can't now. You're literally tied into this now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm stuck in for another 2.5 years at this stage.
Really?
I just got one. Yep. But
Okay. Well, that's. I think that's. I think I've won that argument. So Adam is now stuck in a situation where virtually it's like a marriage now, isn't it? And it's going to cost you a fortune to get out.
Yeah,
you're just going to have to suck it up now. And I'm sure you like your car very much.
Oh, I do. It's lovely.
But
yeah. Well,
everything has a price. Should we move on to the next one? And you're going to have to tell me what this is because I can't actually see it.
Oh.
Actually, I could probably do it on my phone, but then I realized I keep turning my head away from the microphone, which is not a great podcasting experience. This is real world, on the fly, trying to patch up problems as they exist. I hope people understand the depths that we go to try and. It feels like we're in a newsroom, and there's a power cut. Or people have come in, protesters or something, and we're on the fly trying to deal with a multitude of problems. But my immediate problem is that you carry on talking whilst I try and find the relevant page on my phone.
Okay, so we're on smartphones and app subscriptions. So we used to buy a gadget. That was it, like I suppose your Nokia phone or whatnot. And there was some variation, but it was mostly just, here's your phone and bugger off and off you go. And there was Snake. You could play Snake on your phone. But now, wow. Yeah, the world of apps actually is probably the most egregious, let's say, of all of these things, right? Because there are apps you pay for monthly to do things like count how many steps you take, calm your anxiety, and I find this one the most utterly ridiculous, to tell you when to drink water. Like, who the fuck needs a reminder to go and drink water? Like,
idiots.
You can't tell you you're thirsty, so you need your phone to ping you and say, "Oh, you haven't drunk some water." Like,
do you know what's smart about this? There's small amounts of money. Have you noticed? Yeah. They're like, some of them are 99p, 1.99. Yes. So you don't even necessarily notice them.
That's it. Yeah.
Unless you crawl through your bank statements every month, which most people don't do. Yeah. If 70 quid come out, you go, oh, wow. Okay. You'd notice that. Yeah. Most people would. But who's noticing a couple of quid?
Yeah. Microtransactions, I think they're called.
Yes.
And that was the revolution of the App Store and all of those things, is that, I suppose banks used to have like a minimum charge, when you go into little shops and they're like, you must spend 10 quid or something before we'll let you use a card. I think maybe those fees and things have gone or have diminished to the point where you can charge 99p for something and that transaction happens and, the companies get the bulk of the money instead of...
well, they probably take the view as well, even if it cuts into their profits, they're only making for every quid, they're only making 20p. They know that person's probably going to be, that subscription is going to probably stay live for years, because who can be asked to cancel
it's a pain in the ass to go in there. Yeah.
Even if you remember that to cancel it, which most people don't.
Exactly. And there's a lot of scammy ones, a huge amount of really, really scammy apps that they say something like first 7 days is free, but then it's like 8 quid a week. There's actually weekly ones on this as well. Those are the absolute really scum bucket type of scams, right? Because they give you a week free and then they start charging you, and it's just a few quid a week, and you think, well, that's okay, whatever, I'll cancel it, and then you don't, and then something happens and you don't again, and before you know it, they've had 6 weeks of money before you got around. And the app is some trashy thing anyway. It just lets you take a selfie with a silly fucking dog nose or something, right? It's something stupid like that, or change the app icons or something utterly pointless, right? But yeah, those I think they're targeted at children as well.
Oh yeah,
that's really dangerous.
Right? Never give your kids your phone.
No,
I remember my son. He used to play. I can't remember what it was. It was one of these online video games when he was, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, that sort of time, and he racked up hundreds of pounds because his mother, somewhat naively, one might argue, put her bank card on his account.
No.
And he spent a fortune on, and again, not real stuff, right?
No.
This is like you would get, if you wanted to upgrade a character or a bit of weaponry, or I don't know how this, God, this makes me sound, I don't know how this stuff works. But yeah, or if it's a football game, you could buy, you could buy a different player in or something. It's a myriad of different ways they extract money. And actually, that's probably the cleverest bit of that, is that they get people to buy stuff that isn't even real.
100%.
So you're not just buying the game. I mean, never during a game of Space Invaders, after you put your 10p in, were you prompted to add more money to make the, I don't know, the aliens, a different color, or to give yourself an extra weapon or something, right?
Yeah.
Never happened.
Yeah. No, and that is the bane of the modern game, is that they're just absolutely full of these horrible pay extra and get something.
It's the ads one as well, isn't it? And they make it, you think, okay, I don't mind, I'll play with it. And I don't mind the odd ad, but then they seem to ramp it up. So they go, okay, well, this person has been using the game for a few days. They played it a couple of hours. So they obviously like it. Now we're going to go from showing one advert every 4 or 5 plays to one advert between every game. And it's going to be one of those bloody 3-minute ones that you can't skip past.
Awful. And they're always terrible as well. And the tiny, tiny, tiny little X that you need to tap is hidden, and it's,
It's going to be something annoying by Temu or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
just some shitty advert. But the option is, you can pay us $3.99 a month.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Those are really bad. Yeah. But so an example here is the Calm meditation app. So I don't meditate. Do you? You meditate?
I have. I've dabbled. Yeah, I have, and I have actually. I did use the Calm app for a while, but I think I did it on a yearly thing. It was a Black Friday thing, and they were doing an entire year for £30, I think.
Right, that's more.
Must remember to cancel that now, because I know what's going to happen.
Yeah. But normally, apparently, 35 a year or £175 over 5 years. And, so what is it telling you to do? To just chill out for 5 minutes?
Do you know what? That actually just got me thinking. How many times have you, I mean, I'm talking to the wider audience here, right? You've done a subscription on an annual one, right? And they've done a really good deal. And it's like, £50 for the year, subscribe now. You think, okay. And then you forget, because it was a year ago. And before you know it, an auto renew comes through at like the full price. So that's £300 or something stupid.
Yes.
You try getting your money back.
Not a hope. Not a fucking hope. Yeah, that's definitely how they get you on these things, is you're probably gonna forget, you're not gonna go in and look at this, and you'll end up paying for way more than you ever imagined you would.
Now, if I were a scrupulous owner of such a company that sold these types of things, right, I would make the system send out an email, because aren't they obligated to say, we're going to be renewing before we renew? I don't know if they are or not.
Yeah, well, I've done but it does happen. But the email that comes, again, I'm snowed under with spam.
Well, there's a lot of fakery, but I think if I owned a company like that, I would deliberately make my email look. I would fill it full of, the algorithms detect spam before they land in your inbox. I would deliberately put in things that triggered a spam filter, so it went straight into your junk folder.
So
you could then
right,
argue as a company, well, we did email you a week before to say it's renewing. Oh, did it go in your junk folder?
Sorry about that.
I'm just saying that I would do that, wouldn't you?
I suppose, if you were going to be an asshole about it, and just this is how. I mean, this is probably the tactics that they use, right? They obviously want the money and they're going to get it. I mean, they're making a crappy, stupid app anyway, right? They don't have the scruples.
It's. I'm thinking now. I'm now actually starting to. I'm slightly worried that I do actually have that on auto renew, and I got slightly distracted because I was thinking,
go and check it.
When does that come out? Because I did it in Black Friday.
Coming up.
Years, so that's coming up now. So I'm just putting that on my to-do list to go in and make sure I don't get a bill
Good
through.
Idea. So this is actually a good advice for everybody, right? As we're coming into the festive season and the Black Friday season, go and check all of your subscriptions and delete all the crap that you think, I'll use that gym subscription, or I'll use that app for telling me to drink water. But you never do, and the pop-ups just go into the spammy thing, whatever. So you can take that money and divert at least some of it towards middle-aged for saving you. We're saving you money.
I know. We are literally like the money-saving expert. Ish.
That's it. Definitely. Something like that.
I think he's worth a fortune, though. We're not, so we need. I think he sold that company for many millions. Anyway, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. Are we done with our? We got a couple more that we can just very quickly touch on. I think there was a couple, wasn't there? And I think they're okay.
We should very quickly go.
We should have just special mentions for. I think the Ring fucking doorbell.
Yeah. So I've got one, and I got it quite recently, and now it's starting to tell me you need to pay us. You need to pay us to fucking have a doorbell.
That's so. I mean, it's you do need. I say I have Blink, which I don't pay a subscription for, and it keeps like 30 days of video. And then I just bought a doorbell for 15 quid.
Yeah. So what I wanted, actually, long story short, is that I just wanted a way to see my outside front. I don't actually care about the doorbell because.
Oh, so you could have bought Blink then?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah,
so maybe
I think it's another Amazon-owned product, but they're little cameras basically that work on battery.
Okay. But what I wanted, right, is one that works through a window. And that is actually a really fucking hard thing to find, because I don't want to put it outside because as I've mentioned many times, I live in the middle of nowhere and it's extremely windy here, and the wind carries salty air. So anything that's meant to be outside is not meant to be outside here. So because everything just rots away, right? And
okay.
Even if it's meant to be outside, right? It just doesn't. It does not last here. So basically, I had a thing in my window, but the thing in the window broke, and I was like, fuck it. So you can sort of get a Ring doorbell to work through a window. It's not ideal, and at night it's
But that would
terrible.
be Blink as well, right? That does the same thing. Yeah,
okay.
I think you've been
into
kippered,
that.
mate.
Yeah,
Lack of research. The tech guru has he's failed.
There you go.
Anyway, if you don't want to be paying Ring, was it £4 a month or something?
Yeah, something disgusting. But I definitely won't be paying them because that's ridiculous. But yeah, that's what they want. They want me to pay.
And I've also noticed, this is another one of a very quick one before we wrap up. Nest and Hive. Are you aware of these companies?
Yeah.
These smart thermostats.
Yes. Yeah. I don't have one, but I know all about that. Yeah.
I have Hive, and every time I fucking log in, it nags me to join up to, I don't know what they call it, Hive Plus or something. And essentially for £7.50 a month, they'll tell me when I'm using the most gas and electric. And like, well, what fucking use is that to me? I mean, I'm not wasting it accidentally. I'm not,
I know, yeah.
I mean, nobody's wandering around there, certainly not in the UK, and just turning on the heating for shits and giggles, are they? I mean, that's no one can afford to do that. And what you're essentially saying to me is, give us some money, and we will tell you when your house is leaking energy the most. Like, well, what do you expect me to do about that?
Yeah,
run around outside with a net and try and catch you? I mean, it's just ridiculous.
No.
But it's again, you bought the kit, you've installed it all, and this stuff is not expensive. You need a thing to go on your boiler, you need the actual thermostat, some radiator valves, and all sorts of other gadgetry that you've paid for and had to pay to have installed. So it's not cheap. And now they want £7.50 for what, I don't know. But it's the nagging. All the irony here is not lost on me about nagging. But people haven't gone out. If somebody had gone out and bought the DVD box set, the CD box set of Middle Aged, here's something we could do, right?
Oh, now we're talking.
So you could get I don't know how many episodes do you think you could get on a disc, a CD?
That would be 0. 72 minutes, isn't it? Or 70 something minutes, 74 minutes. So yeah, some of the earlier ones, yeah. Okay. DVD audio, something like that.
DVD audio. Okay, so we could do that, couldn't we? Where we could you could buy now. If you've done that, and I'm talking to you from the future, then you shouldn't have to make a donation because you've already gone out and purchased of the episodes on some format, the DVD or a stick drive or something,
some kind of device,
which we haven't thought about. Yeah.
Maybe branded USB sticks, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's definitely the way forward. Now, the only problem with that is marketing it to people that don't know, because we're now talking in the future, aren't we?
Right.
Anyway, point remains, if you had bought it or you have bought every episode of Middle Aged on some physical device we haven't even worked on, we haven't talked about price yet, we'll have to get on to that.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to pay us anything. Okay, so that's the differentiator here is what I'm saying. It's free to everyone else, unless you decide to chip in with a couple of quid, which is not free, but it's a couple of quid.
That's right.
There you go.
A couple of quid. You won't notice it. Like, turn off your fucking water reminder. Seriously. And
cancel that app.
Yeah. That's just ridiculous. I mean, seriously.
Do you know what would be great? Okay, just to round this off now, is if people went and did this and did a little spreadsheet, it'd be great for us to hear how much, if anyone has actually saved money and some of the worst stuff that they've had, whether they've had like some subscription that they've had running for 5 years or something that they forgot about. Yeah. And it's cost them like, I don't know, 1,500 quid. Because that would be enraging in itself, wouldn't it?
It would. I mean, I actually think that so the Photoshop plan, right, is, I think it started off at €12 a month, 12 or 13, right? But I've had it for probably 10 years at this point.
Ouch.
Maybe longer. So we're talking like 1,400 at least, probably, that I've paid for Photoshop. Fucking hell.
Imagine having that money in your bank account today. But I think that'd be a great exercise. So if people want to do that, we'd love to hear your most enraging one.
Yeah.
And whether
it's a scary thing, right? For Halloween, go to your bank. Go to your bank and look at all the crap that you paid for. And which ones can you get rid of?
The best way to do this is just take a copy of your bank statement, give it to GPT or something.
GPT,
don't worry about your data. It's all cool. We are not data experts, so don't take our word on that. And just say, look for these things. And you'd be amazed what is unearthed. So yeah, we'd definitely like to hear about that. And that's assuming you're not already paying for GPT, which most of us.
Yeah. Well, that. Yeah. See, my list is horrific, right, and scary high, but I reckon I get value out of a good chunk of them, right? I mean, most of them, in fairness, are to do with being an author or being a nerd. There's not really. There's a few things in there that are like entertainment, but I don't. As I say, I don't pay for Netflix or whatever else.
Those
Sky.
are the bastards, because people will just switch between them, and then people have got 4 or 5 subscriptions, and you wonder how much actual content are you watching.
Yeah.
And if you are genuinely getting full value out of all 5 services, I think you need to. I think you need to ask yourself a few questions about your television use.
Yeah. Well, this is another aside, but I always say to people that I don't watch stuff on TV or whatever. I just don't do it at all. And they're like, "Well, what do you do then?" Well, I'm thinking, how do you actually have time to watch that much TV? Because, like, surely a couple of hours every day wouldn't add up to 5 different services or whatever, or Hulu and Prime, and you can't physically cram it in, right? Because
chuck in a bit of YouTube, a bit of TikTok, and whatever, a few reels and stuff, and you'd have to be investing some serious time to get your value for money out of that amount of services.
I suppose maybe the kids watching their own iPads and just watching different things at the same time, but even so, like, it feels like there's much more content than there is time for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I suppose you could also argue not having kids would save some money as well.
Oh, well, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, because you can't hand them back. You can't just cancel that subscription once you're in.
No, I've tried, yeah.
Yeah, 3 years in, you're like, no, where's the, did I read the T's and C's? Sorry, you're locked in for another 15 years.
At least, yeah. Fuck's sake.
On that unhappy bombshell,
right,
should we have a happy ending?
That's a good idea.
So, what has put a smile on your face this particular week?
Well, it's tenuous.
Okay, it usually is.
Yeah. Basically, I've been working on the same book for all of this year to date, on and off, and they're mostly off for so many stupid reasons, right? But I'm determined. I'm working on it now again, and words are coming out. So that's basically it. I'm slowly making progress on this book, and it's I've said it before. It's called Cold Heart October. It's about a chap from rural Ireland who's a singer and blah blah blah. Right, we'll figure that out another day. But I still love the book. I still love where it's going, and the story and everything is great. But for lots of life reasons, it's been very hard to get any writing done, and so I'm seriously behind and where I wanted to be. But I am making a little bit of progress now in the last few weeks. So that's my vague happy
you know
ending.
what? When it comes to marketing, you can say genuinely the much anticipated.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. But I think I started it around January time. So It's been like 10, 11 months.
Well, listen, some people spend a lifetime writing one book.
That's true,
and it never sees the light of day. So
that's true.
I think we can forgive ourselves for being a bit after dealing with life and multiple books, just to sort of ease off the throttle a little bit.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you always start these things thinking, no, I'm gonna blast this out. It's gonna be simple. I know what I'm doing, but it doesn't work, does it?
Well, all the planning in the world, you've still got to sit down for many hours every day and get those words out, haven't you? And that's
true.
That's the bit that there's always something else that needs to be done.
Yeah, true. So what's got your temperature
I would like
up?
to say thank you. It's just a slightly weird one, but to the North Carolina weather.
Okay.
Because after 8 weeks being here, where it's been sort of wall-to-wall blue skies, sunshine, and sort of temperatures in the mid-20s. This morning, it's now afternoon. It's currently 11 degrees. The sky is like the school. There's the colour of a school jumper, and it's been absolutely pissing down. So it is quintessentially. I'll be returning to the UK soon, and so this is it's given me a nice little acclimatization. So yeah. Thank you very much for putting that on for me.
Good stuff. It's quite dramatic, though, isn't it? When you go from such a long summer to an abrupt winter, or not winter, autumn, right? So that's, that happens.
It does feel, because I mean, you know, I had the summer back in England and then come over here in early September, and it was, you know, actually as hot, if not hotter than your average summer. And it's been like that sort of fairly, you know, weekend I was walking around in shorts, you know, and all of a sudden, bang, it's like, wow, okay, this is, kind of makes you feel a little bit, that weird feeling that you get in the autumn back in England or wherever it is, you know, blah blah blah. Where you go, and that's not been a feature, even though, you know, in America they're pumpkin spice up and Halloween up and everything. You don't, and the leaves are, you know, they go crazy over leaves and stuff. But it's not. You don't get the accompanying weather. You don't get that frost in the morning and all that stuff. So. The shitty weather today and the fact that it's actually quite cold outside is
reminded you of home.
Exactly, where I shall be returning shortly.
Good stuff.
There we go. I think that's about us done and dusted, isn't it? Just the usual reminders.
Yeah, so off you go to buymeacoffee.com/middleraged and sign up for a subscription.
Or you don't have to. You can just do a one-off. There you go. Yeah. And we will never pester you again. Well, not individually. I mean, okay.
Buy us a few coffees, throw us a few quid. Not a pumpkin spice coffee, though. Just a normal Americano, that's what I want. I had to learn what that meant.
Americano, that's just a regular coffee, isn't it?
Yeah, but why is it fucking called an Americano?
Because everything's called stupid something. Yeah. I mean, it's skinny. Why don't you just say low fat?
Yeah, I don't like that. But yeah, the black coffee, I had to learn that lingo, and that's the only one I know. I don't know what the other crap is, but I don't want it anyway. So, yeah, £6 for...
Well, listen, when our egg on toast shops are dominating the high streets, that's
right.
I think we will. We'll have to give them some fancy names, won't we?
Yeah, we'll definitely.
That impenetrable and make no sense.
Work on those.
Okay.
Work on those.
All right.
Not to give it all away at once, but yeah, okay, good stuff. And the other thing is, don't forget to rate and review. You can just leave a star. Thank you. No, not a star. No, 5 stars, obviously. Bloody hell. But we don't see those particularly, linked to a person. But if you want to leave a review that we will read out, leave a 5-star review and say something funny and we'll read it out. There you go.
Actually, do you know what? I think it would only be fair if you do leave a 5-star review, just ping us a message but put it on our socials. And we will definitely give you a shout out as a thank you, because it does feel like we're neglecting the ratings only community. I feel
that's right. Yeah, the shy typers,
the anonymous,
just want to leave the stars. So
the anonymous majority, because I think most people don't use Apple podcasts. So
I think most people do.
No. I think proportionately. that may be the most popular platform, but I would say that collectively it's there's more people not using Apple than are.
I suppose. Okay. Either way,
you're such a fanboy. Don't say nasty things about Apple.
See, I have to use. I won't go into it, but you know what the story is. Yeah. Anyway, okay, good stuff. What is the word? Leave us a fucking rating, send us a picture, and then that'll do.
Perfect. Lovely. Right, that's us done. Until next time, goodbye.
Yep, have fun.